Okay, welcome to our second week of math. We're going to be starting with, hold on, get rid of that. One whole unit, fractions, decimals, and percentages. You're going to be converting fractions to decimals, adding and subtracting rational numbers, percent word problems, okay, rational number word problems, and a couple of quizzes. So you want to pay attention and make sure you know what you are doing. So let's just to start off, fractions to decimals. Let's have a look at this, okay? What is a 5/8 as a decimal? Now, if you took your calculator and typed all that in, 5/8, how would you find it? Right, you would divide 5 by 8, because this is the denominator, and this is really a division problem. If you let it be a division problem, you're going to end up with a decimal. So type all that in. 5 divided by 8 is going to turn into 625 thousandths. All right. Notice how we say that, because that can also be a fraction. That would be 625 over 1,000 would be a way to turn it back into a fraction. Now this is how it looks. All right. So 8 goes into 5. Obviously 0 times. That's why we add these two decimals. Okay. But 8 goes into 50. How many times? 6 times. And 8 times 6 is 48. 50 minus 48 is 2. Bring down another 0. 8 goes into 20 2 times, which is 16. So 20 minus 16 comes out to 4. Add that last 0 there, and finally it evens out. We have 625 thousandths. That's how you do it when you're doing just a regular division, when you do not have a calculator. I want you to see how it works. Okay. It's going to show you other methods, and I'm sure they're going to show you other methods in Khan Academy as well, but that's the basics of how to turn a fraction into a decimal. If you want to turn a decimal into a fraction, well, let's see what I can do here. Okay, so let's turn this back into a fraction. Okay, so we got 625 thousandths written out, and if you look at it, remember this is the tenths place, this is the hundredths place, this is the thousandths place. So if this was going to look like a fraction, it would look like this. Okay? Now, what can divide evenly into both 1,000 and 625? It's not 2, because that's an odd number. But when you think about it, 25 can be divided by 5. And of course, 1,000 can be divided by 5. So let's try that. Let's go 5 into 625 first. 5 goes into 6 one time. Make sure you can see this. Okay. Bring this down. You got 2. So 5 goes into 12 two times. That's 10. Bring down the 2. Bring down the 5. And of course, 5 goes into 25. I'm sorry, not 4 times. 5 times. So you have 125. That's the top. Okay, now 5 goes into 1,000. This one's going to be really easy. It goes into 10 two times. And when something just zeroes out in the first one, and you still got some more to go, especially if there's zeros, add a couple zeros. So now we have 125 over 200. Now, if you divide both of these by 25, you're going to end up with, let's see, 25, 50, 75, 100, 125. So that's 5. And each 100 has 4 25s in it. So 200 would have 8. So do you see how 5/8 equals this? And when we make it back into a fraction and simplify it, it turns back into the same fraction. Transformers in action. You're also going to be using a lot of rational numbers. We see how this number turns into a fraction and this number turns into a fraction. Goes back to a decimal or a mixed number. Decimal, this goes into a fraction because that's 1/1000th, right? So you can make a fraction out of that, and just on and on and on. That's going to be adding fractions, subtracting fractions, multiplying fractions, things we've already talked about. So basically, go over to this unit that we're in, fractions, decimal, percentages. Just work your way down, listen to the videos, take your time, make sure you're understanding the concepts. I may post a few extra videos just to kind of supplement and help out. But if you have any problems, reach out to me, please. I can tutor you through this and kind of help you understand it. All right? So go ahead and get to it, and I will talk to you later.